Welcome back. You're watching Startup Street. Now, our auto artificial intelligence platform Rapidcanvas today announced that it has raised $7.5 million in a seed funding round led by Accel and also the launch of its AutoAI program. These funds are going to be used to fuel both customer acquisition as well as retention. The company is now, we have now the company's co-founder and CEO joining in to tell us more about this funding and about the company, Rahul Pangam. Rahul, thanks very much for your time here on CNBC-TV18 and welcome to Startup Street. Very briefly for our viewers, tell us about Rapidcanvas. It's a new company that you've launched. What you offer for businesses as an AI platform, which is unique in its offering.
Yeah, well, thanks, Ritu, for having me on the show. Rapidcanvas is an AI platform that allows business users to build AI applications without requiring coding or software development expertise and without having a sort of deep expertise in data science. Traditionally, AI platforms have been requiring both those skills, right? And so Rapidcanvas is a shift from that point of view.
Okay, before we get to the funding, give us a sense of what kind of clients have you already signed on for this, product that you've launched, or what is in the pipeline, even in terms of geographies. Where's the focus going to be?
Yeah, so Rapidcanvas is a global company. We have clients specific focus in 3 geographies, right? So US, India, and Brazil. And the clients we have signed up thus far are across various sectors. And again, primarily the focus for us is financial services, manufacturing, retail, renewable energy. So we have multiple different clients across different sectors, across different geographies. And that's a sort of very concerted effort on our part, because when you have a platform like Rapidcanvas that has a broad appeal and applicability, we do want to make sure that, coming right out of the gate, coming out of stealth, we're able to stand behind our promise that we can and have worked with clients in those different sectors.
All right. Rahul, could you give us a sense of who some of your bigger clients are? Any names you could share with us, or how many you're intending to sign on now that you've launched your product?
Yeah, not all our clients let us publicly disclose their names, so we have some Fortune 200 clients. But I can give you a few examples in some of the markets, right? So in Brazil, we have an automotive parts manufacturer company called MTE Thompson, which is again a global company. In US, we have a couple of companies that are on both sides of the spectrum. One example would be AutoAI, which is a SaaS platform for auto lending. And in India, we work with closely with Suzlon, which is a darling of the renewable energy sector. So those are 3 examples that I can share with you right now that companies we're working with.
Okay, to get to that $7.5 million funding, I mean, all companies, of course, want to acquire more customers. They want to retain them. But how exactly do you propose to deploy this capital, and how long will it last you?
Yeah, so couple of ways to look at this, right? One is we are in sort of cutting edge AI, right? This auto AI technology. And we can't sit on our laurels like, hey, we have a product ready to go. Like every week, a new innovation happens and we have to stay ahead of the curve, right? And we have to keep building, investing in R&D. So a huge part of that capital will be invested in R&D. And the second thing is, now that we have, we have proven the technology to work across different sectors, work across different geographies, we want to then, take it out to the different markets with a sort of commercial team in place, right? The early sort of interactions were through founders and our networks, right? So we're investing heavily in commercial appeal, outreach, go-to-market, marketing, and sales activities. So those are the 2 broad areas where we plan to deploy these funds.
Rahul, you said US, Brazil, and India, these are some of the key markets that you're going to focus on. I just wanted to get a sense of, what sort of revenue contribution are you eyeing from each? Is India going to be the larger one of the 3?
Of course, the bigger spend per customer, is heavy in the US. Because of the growth of the ecosystem in India, you see more volume of customers coming from India. But our thesis remains sort of very focused, which is we want to be a global company. We want as broad an applicability and usability of the platform. So we'll be investing in all the markets where, like I said, the 3 markets that we're currently in. And they have different flavors, right? In some markets, you have a lot of companies that are spread across multiple sectors, but have smaller ticket sizes. In other markets, you may see larger ticket sizes, bigger enterprises spending, but fewer companies in those markets. So we want to be broad. We want to be appealing to a broad base, and so we'll continue to invest in all 3 of them.
Okay, Rahul, final word. Since you're a young company that's just launched, what do the next few years look like in terms of growth that you're eyeing?
Yeah, I mean, I think the way I see this is we have had this generative AI chat GPT-3 moment, and AI has sort of penetrated the public conscience, right? And we have seen a step function change in awareness and spend. And the next decade is going to be like a boom, for AI, and actually enterprises benefiting from AI. And so we see a long runway here. We see a long road ahead, and one that is very promising for companies like us, which are trying to enable business users who so far have been not really part of this AI revolution, right? Going forward, every business user should be able to control their own destiny through AI.
Yeah. All right, Rahul, thanks very much for joining in and sharing your thoughts with us. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Same here, Ritu. Thank you so much.
Okay, on that note, we're going to wrap up this edition of Startup Street. Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll stay with CNBC-TV18. More news and updates will continue on the other side.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC-TV18 on all of our digital platforms.